And our next guest with us in the Stonewall Pride Parade national broadcast is somebody you read about in Out Magazine. In Out Magazine, he was declared one of the 100 most influential people in LGBT in America. And that is the Senior Vice President of Visit Lauderdale, Richard Gray. Richard,
Woo!
congratulations.
Woo, Richard.
We're so excited you're
This man
joining
has
us.
more miles on him than me.
Yeah. What kind of miles are we talking about?
Flying miles, like flying miles.
miles.
Yeah,
I
that's the
got
kind
it.
of miles
Okay.
I'm talking about. I mean,
Well,
what else did you think?
Thank you for the great introduction. Happy Pride and
Happy Pride, Richard.
to all your viewers. I'm so excited.
You look fantastic, honey.
Thank you.
You know,
all those miles.
I don't know if you know, well, I know you know this, Faye. You're from Jersey, and I don't understand your accent either. But Richard Gray's accent, it's so strange. You have this weird accent. You're not from here in Fort Lauderdale, are you?
I sometimes tell people that I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama.
But when I say that,
I'm sure you meant Mobile.
Mobile. But no, London.
London, exactly.
Wonderful London.
Richard Gray's been here in South Florida for a long time. He started the really world famous Royal Palms Guest House out on Fort Lauderdale Beach. And then Visit Lauderdale, or the Fort Lauderdale Convention and Visitors Bureau at the time, had the good sense to say, we should think about the LGBTQ community.
I like that.
And you have created literally hundreds of millions of dollars of visitor dollars from the LGBTQ community. Before you talk about how important tourism is, Faye, I don't know if you know, but Visit Lauderdale is the only LGBT dedicated destination management organization, meaning a convention and visitors bureau, in all of America.
Wow.
Now here's why. How many tourists, LGBT, come into Broward County every year?
Several million a year. And
Several million visitors a year.
we
to
are
Fort Lauderdale.
uber gay. Not only do we have leisure travelers, but we have an awful lot of business travelers coming here for conventions and meetings. And we are the LGBT plus capital of Florida, and that really makes me proud.
Yes, exactly. And by the way, Richard, not to let Stacy Ritter.
I love her. I'm in love with that woman. Do you
Oh my
understand?
God.
Like everywhere she goes, I follow. I am like borderline stalking Stacy
Are
right
you?
now.
Right?
Yeah.
You want her shoes?
Even if they don't fit, I want her shoes.
Yeah,
I want to
right?
smell them.
Right.
Oh my-
Wait. You wanna
What? I have
smell
a foot
Stacey
fetish.
Ritter's
Have you seen Stacy's feet? She has beautiful pedicured feet.
Have you ever looked
Look
at
at Stacy's feet next
No.
time you see
I
her.
have actually, because I love her shoes.
Okay, all right.
But I don't have a
I'm
foot
going to let
fetish.
you two kiki later when the parade starts. One of the interesting things, though, is Stacy Ritter may be learning at this moment, watching this broadcast in Apple, how gay Richard Gray is because of that bandana around his neck. It is
pretty gay.
one of the gayest things I've ever seen in my
Good
life.
gay.
She knows I'm uber gay, but this is uber gay. Look where we are. We're in Wilton Manors,
Yeah.
the gayest city in the United States of America.
Yeah, that's exactly
How about
right.
that?
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's unbelievable.
Richard, tell us about Visit Lauderdale and what's its mission? What actually do you do? What does LGBT community not understand of how important your mission is and what Visit Lauderdale's mission is?
My mission is to educate travelers how amazing this destination is, and encourage them to come here to take a cruise, to come here for a long weekend, just come here to the drive, to party. That is our mission, is to fill up all the hotels.
Yeah.
But one of my personal missions is to use our marketing to educate other destinations of the importance of the LGBT plus platform, because it is a very important, loyal platform.
You know, it's interesting to me. Faye and I both have talked to you so many times, but let me give you an example of how important Richard Gray's seat is for Fort Lauderdale and Broward County. Which seat was I talking about?
Your seat, not your bottom.
In February, Richard has the distinction, and it may be a record never broken, world record. In February, in the course of just 30 days, Fort Lauderdale hosted the Atlantis cruise with 6,000 guests 1 week.
Nice.
The next week, the
Vakaya.
Vakaya cruise with 5,000 guests. The third week, Olivia won with 3,000 guests, and then the fourth week, Olivia 2 with 3,000 guests. Never in the history of the world has there been 4 LGBT cruise charters from the same city in 30 days. Congratulations.
That's all you, Richard.
Gray.
It was a great experience, and it brought in like an economic impact to the county of over $13 million. So it was a great marketing piece for us.
And you brought 20,000 incredible looking LGBTQ plus people to Wilton Manors, all right?
And
So
to
thank
our
you for
drive.
that.
Yeah, thank you.
Grinder thanks you also.
Grinder and Scrub.
Grinder was off the hook that month. Richard, one of the things I want to ask you about, of course, June Pride Month. Let's start there. From your seat, Out 100 recipient, Visit Lauderdale. What's the importance of the celebration of June Pride Month to you?
I think Pride is all about being you. And one of the things that I think we do really well at Visit Lauderdale is we welcome everyone under the sun. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter who you love, it doesn't matter how you choose to identify, Faye. You're welcome, and I think that shows that we are one of the most welcoming destinations in the United States, and I'm so proud of that.
It's incredible. Like, I was in Spain a couple of months ago, and I got to hang out with some LGBTQ plus people. And I had told them that I'm from New Jersey, and they're like, no, I've never been to New York, never been to New Jersey. Well, I presently don't live too far from Wilton Manors. Wilton Manors, yes, we've been there. I mean, this was in Spain, Richard. You know, that was a commonality that so many people hold. I'll wait to go to New York, but I gotta make sure to hit Wilton Manors, right? Yes. And that's because that's a lot of that's because of your doing. So I have to say thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we market Wilton Manors very aggressively. So
nice. Richard, one of the things that I think is interesting about today, and you sitting down with us a few minutes, we're sitting here on Wilton Drive. To the nation that has not been to Wilton Manors here in Fort Lauderdale, this drive is kind of hard to understand because Atlanta doesn't have it. Actually, New York and Los Angeles doesn't have a Wilton Drive. No. Try to describe from the Tourism Bureau Visit Lauderdale standpoint what this drive really means. And Stacy Ritter is leaning in going, okay, you better do a good job here.
No pressure.
Describe Wilton Drive for us.
I think it's all about E equals E. Everyone equals equality, and we love the drive because of it's inclusive. It's we love the LGBT community. Allies love coming here, and I think, as I said, people looked to Wilton Manors as a destination they want to emulate. About how you can't emulate this destination because it's. Diversity and inclusion is in our community's DNA. It's who we are. And I think that's why this destination thrives. That's why Wilton Manors thrives.
You know, all we want in LGBTQ plus is to be seen, Richard, And here in Wilton Manors, you're just that. You're seen. Doesn't matter if you're a lesbian, if you're gay, if you're bi, if you're trans, if you are Q plus, right? There's a place on Wilton Drive that is owned and operated by that letter, right? And you're going to be able to find yourself in one of these establishments at any given time. Exactly. All day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is no other place like that.
No. I find it hard to believe, but other destinations, whether it be London, New York City, Chicago, and whatever, the communities are on the decline. But here in Wilton Manors, we're thriving. I mean, we're absolutely thriving. And it's kind of, sometimes I think to myself, why is that? And I really think it goes back to the fact that the population is a third black, a third Latino, and a third white. We're a majority county. And I think, we have so many cultures, so many gay people, all this, it's like a fabric of diversity, if you like. Mm-hmm. And I think that is why we're so successful as a destination.
That's such a good point. We hear so much in Florida, specifically from the governor's mansion and in the Capitol, about attacks on diversity and inclusion. And what I just heard you say is this county, Wilton Manors, Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, we totally are in it for the win on diversity. What I hear you say is that's what our success is.
It gives me goosebumps. But if you look at my t-shirt, it says everyone under the sun. And we mean it, everyone under the sun. That's who we are, and we are not going to change. It doesn't matter what's happening in Tallahassee. We may not agree with what's happening in Tallahassee, but we know our own community, we know our residents, and we also know our travelers, and they love it here. They love it because they can come here and be themselves. And how wonderful is that?
Yeah.
That makes me feel so good.
Richard, last question for you, which piggybacks on that. It allows me to segue. We've heard so much over the last couple of months in response to what we see happening in Florida of calls for boycotts or don't come and stay in hotels or spend money. Tell us from your standpoint, what do you think about those calls to boycott Florida broadly and how that affects Fort Lauderdale, Wilton, and Broward County?
Well, all I can say is from a leisure standpoint at the moment, we're fine. You know, business is great. You know, we have not had an impact, to be honest with you. So it has not affected us, the boycott. And, you know, we're going to continue to market who we are. We're not going to change because of these boycotts or people, you know, saying these travel advisory. We're not going to change our marketing strategy. We are gung-ho out there, everyone under the sun.
Yeah. And one last thought about this campaign of everyone under the sun. I just recently watched the video promotion you have on it, and Visit Lauderdale. Now you think about communities like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles. Fort Lauderdale's messaging in their video includes Black community, it includes Latino community, it includes LGBT community, it includes lesbians, it includes trans, it includes disabilities. Everything under the sun is an intentioned embracement to say the diversity makes our community stronger, and as a result, our tourism is better for it.
Exactly, there's no doubt about it. We're the only destination that has a marketing campaign that can run in any market, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And there's no one.
And just for clarity, to viewers that don't understand what you just said, that means you could run an ad in People magazine and in the Advocate simultaneously, and the ad would be good either place.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
excellent.
I'm so proud of that.
Yes, and of our entire community. We are excited as we approach the countdown for the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival 2023. We're on the world-famous Wilton Drive in Wilton Manors in Fort Lauderdale. And Richard Gray from Visit Lauderdale, you do an outstanding job. Thank you so much for being
Richard.
with us today for the broadcast.
I have to say, before you cut me off, I learned something, that you have a foot fetish.
I
I'm in
suspect
trouble
if
now.
you had much conversation, you'd find lots of other fetishes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
believe in diversity in Broward County and Visit Lauderdale. Richard Gray, thank you very much
Thank you
for
so
being
much,
with us.
honey.